What's the best strat to get games done quick? Getting them efficiently done, getting everybody killed.
Just like push mid immediately. Because at mid, there's ender chests, right? And ender chests have the best loot. This is just for like, Skywars at least. But just push mid and be aggressive. Because once you kill people, your loot's just going to get better and better. And eventually you're just going to be like so overpowered that no one can kill you. And that's just the way to just like, I guess, grind, You get like you try to get like the best teams quickly. Because they know what you're doing, have a plan. And just like steamroll everybody. So just be aggressive. It also helps you be a lot better if you're just like constantly pushing mid. Because I never stay at my island past like 10 seconds. I always push mid.
All right. So just speed bridging to mid is the best strat. You really would not advise going side bridging.
Side bridging? Oh, go to like the side island?
Yeah, to the side islands.
Oh, for sure. Definitely go always mid. Always. Because look at my armor. I opened one each chest and I'm already 3/4.
Now, since you're telling us how to get games done quick, you obviously have to be able to kill people to finish the game. So, should you fight mobile players, controller players, and PC players with different styles, or just fight them all the same?
Obviously, they're on different platforms, so you're going to fight them a little differently. You have to be obviously more cautious with whoever you're fighting. PC players obviously are better than, mobile players, but I've talked to mobile players and they say that strafing is the thing that really gets them. So if you strafe on mobile players, then they're kind of screwed, they say. Controller players, you can also strafe a while because since if their controller sensitivity is lower, then it's hard for them to hit you. And PC players, you need to be smart. You can't do dumb plays because they're gonna take advantage of you. Like if you like screw up, they're gonna be on you.
Yeah, basically no jumping. If you jump on a PC player that actually knows what they're doing, they're gonna get
for sure.
you into the air, launched, gone.
Like that. See, like I just saw this guy. I already know this guy's PC because he pulled a snowball combo on me, but I killed him, so he's now dead.
Exactly. But when you're going against a PC player, since you can't do any stupid plays, could you give an example of like one smart play you do every single time?
Oh, I got some tips. So basically, when you're approaching someone and they have projectiles like snowballs. So let's say I was approaching you and I was getting approached, right? And I know they have snowballs. Because if we're gonna do like a 1v1, I'm gonna combo you every time because I have snowballs. So what you do is you run at them, and they're gonna throw the snowball, and then you back off, and so they don't get those extra hits on, because they're gonna switch their hotkeys and they're gonna pull out their sword and hit you after they throw the snowball. You just gotta be like cautious of like what you're doing, because you want to bait their snowballs and not be able to use them. So what I do is I hold S to go backwards and I spam blocks, and so it blocks their snowball and so they can't hit me.
Like that person was just jumping right there. Get out of here. Like
Yeah,
simple situation going against PC, you're gone. Now from a pure PC perspective, since you're going to have to really be on the top of your game if a better PC player is in your lobby, how are you going to improve your aim and CPS over time to be able to beat those better players?
So for me, how I got better is I just went out and I was like, I need to find someone who's better than me. So I would just go out and just do sumos, and then if I just get destroyed, I would ask them how to get better. I would talk to them, and I would just, once I got better than them, I just went on to the next person. Like I don't really want to fight players that are just like really bad, because you're not gonna get better out of that. You're never gonna get better out of just like killing people who just like don't know what they're doing. So I would go out and just actively find people who are just like way better than me. And basically over the course of like months, I basically am now playing with like the best players like on Hive, because I've just gotten better than them. I just slowly got better.
If anything, playing with worse players could possibly diminish your skill because you'll get lackadaisical.
Oh yeah, you will. If you're only playing with like people who don't understand, you're gonna develop habits that are not like playing carelessly and stuff.
So could you perhaps share some of these tips that the good players have taught you over time? So maybe a beginner tip, an intermediate, and then an expert type deal?
Okay. For like a very beginner tip, I know it might seem crazy, but speed bridging is super easy. It's like one of the easiest things like you can do. You literally watch a video, and then within like 5 minutes you can learn how to do it. Because I remember I was playing with a person, right, and I was just like, how did they speed bridge? But they taught me within like a couple of minutes, and then that was just like that. You became like just a lot better. Like,
Exactly. And
yeah.
it's not like only PC can do it. Controller and mobile can do it. There's just different styles.
For intermediate tip, for sure, I would recommend strafing. Strafing is just hitting while you're clicking W. You click A and D and move side to side. It makes it so much harder for players to hit you.
And sometimes you can take longer strides with your strafe, or you can go minimalist, just quick, left,
Yeah.
right, left, right, left, right.
Yeah, because you gotta mix your strafes up. Because I actually learned from one of the best sumo players out there to learn just to do unpredictable strafes. What you do is you could side strafing is where you can go like this, where you just go like that and that. But like for longer periods of time, so you're kind of circling your opponent. But you could also do side strafes and then like change direction so they don't know. But you also do quick strafes, which are like this, go to left, right, left, right, left, right. And when you can just be completely unpredictable. Just don't even think about what you're gonna do next. Just do it. Just do random stuff, and it's gonna make it so much more harder to predict. Because if you play with people enough, you know their strafing patterns, and you know where to go and how to aim. And probably for a really advanced tip, maybe it's not extremely advanced, but just basically snowball combos. And especially bow combos are a lot harder to pull off in certain situations.
And that's
'Cause you have to-
practically just getting your aim better, going alongside with the last tip.
Oh yeah, for sure. You gotta have high CPS and high aim if you want to be the top players. You don't really have to. Aim is just so much more important. It's kind of a common misconception that CPS is better than aim. Aim is twice as more important than CPS.
So, even with all these great tips that you've given, what is your strategy to have an escape plan, basically, if nothing's working out and you know you've lost the fight?
So, at a certain point, if you're just trading with your opponent and they have better armor and you know you're gonna lose, obviously you're just gonna turn around and run. But you're not just gonna run in a random location. You're not just gonna run to the quickest point. You're gonna run to where there's space. Because if you get run straight to where the edge is, obviously you're gonna run out of space and you're just gonna get knocked off. You should use, if you have ender pearls, if you have knockback boom boxes, you can just place them down and you can just dip real quick. And that's a good way to regen and stuff. Also, this is kind of useful in some situations, but spamming blocks on the ground, if they hit blocks, they're gonna their sprint's gonna reset, and so they're gonna be behind you. And they're not gonna be able to hit you. And if you go into small areas, you can close off places with blocks, so they can't they have to pull out their pickaxe and mine, which is all just wasting time.
Exactly what this guy is doing right in front of me. He got me
Yeah,
clipped slightly.
I died.
Oh, for real? Oh, my.
Yeah,
Man.
brought.
Oh, I just got double teamed.
You can't win
Dang.
every game.
Yeah, true. The one clip that we're talking about escaping, we both die.
That's funny.
So just like in that situation with that final clip that I just cut from, I just got 1v2'd, but I lost really bad. What are some tips that you have to win in 1v2s?
1v2s, I would say, but I've had conflict. I've talked to people and say, how to get better. You're oh, you aim for both of them. Oh, you target one. I personally target one person because the only thing that they have against you is numbers. And if you target one of them and kill one and then run, it becomes a 1v1 and it becomes much more likely. So you want them to separate them. If someone's alone, then you can kill them. Because surprisingly, most 2v1s you have better loot and you can beat them in a 1v1. All right. So you have to take advantage of one of them being alone. You have to target. I would recommend targeting the weaker one, the one with the worse armor, so you can just instantly just kill them.
Especially if you've already been laying in hits on them, you're basically just wasting your time if you're going and killing. If you're going killing his teammate. Like you're kind of, you gotta put all your eggs in one basket and just lay in on him. Now that we've gotten so many amazing tips, if somebody were to apply all these, how would they be able to get into a clan if they felt confident enough?
When you're in a clan, like, it's kind of just like there. It's like you have to know how to speed bridge. You have to know how to snowball combo. You need to learn the basics. Like, you need to learn how to do everything, because don't apply to a clan unless you're like pretty confident you're gonna get in. Don't be like, oh, you know, I might make it in. I don't know. You need to be confident, because you need to like know like who you're going against and like try to get better. Because in that environment, you have to learn. You need to do everything. If you're going for like a higher clan, it's custom to learn how to speed bridge. You're not gonna get in if you don't know how to combo or speed bridge. Like if you're going for like a really like tough clan, you need to know how to do comms. If you have a better system, you know how to defend. You need to know how to like do 2v1s. You need to know how to do everything correctly. It's just kind of custom. Because there's no one in the top clans that doesn't know how to speed bridge or combo or do anything. And at that level, it starts to come down to the smaller things that come on top.
Now, potentially, if you are applying for clans when you're kind of irrelevant, you don't really know what you're doing, and then say you get rejected and you try and come back for getting into that clan, that possibly could hurt your reputation and people would think of you as less. Red behind you.
Okay. Oh, I'm weak. Yeah.
I'm weak too.
Oh!
Oh, dang.
It wouldn't be ruined. Because if you bounce back and come back and be like, oh, this guy was not as bad as I think, that could help you a little bit, but that's why I'm saying you should always like try to go for a clan that you think you're gonna get into. Just you got to be confident in yourself. You shouldn't second guess if you're gonna get in or not. You should really be confident in like what you're doing. Because I actually, when I was like I had learned that mistake. That's how I learned. Just like only go for like things you're gonna get into. I tried out for a clan and I just like when I was bad and I just like did real bad and I just got destroyed. And I wasn't really known at the time. No one really knew me because I was like on Xbox. I wasn't really like playing. But it wasn't that bad. Nothing really happened. And like after that, after like a couple months of me, like after that, I just practiced. Like that's all I did. I just got better and better because I didn't want to fail again. You got to be like motivated and stuff to like get through. This person is annoying.
Now, for the people who are wondering out there who don't have the skill just yet and they do want to practice, when they get to that level, how do they apply for the clan?
For me, at least, what you have to do is you have to do an application. And it's like basically like, oh, have you ever been in any other clans? How old are you? Do you have like a working mic? Just like basic stuff like that. And then what they do is they actually try you out. They put you in with like the other people who are already in the clan, and you test them out. And if you're good enough, a lot of times you become a trial. And when you're on trial, what you have to do is you play with them in practices, and eventually, if you get good enough and you prove that you're good, you become on the starting teams for scrims. So that's what happened to me. I tried out, I got into the practice, and then eventually I actually got onto a team, which was really fun. And then you start practicing at scrims, and then you just get even better.
Thank you, Nerd for Bird. I appreciate you giving all this information to all the viewers out there who are trying to get better at PvP, better at Skywars, and potentially going to that next level with clans. Now, since that's the end of my questions, do you have any questions or statements that you'd like to give for me?
Yeah, before we end it, I would like to give you some tips first. I'll show you in game.
Now, I'm going to get good, everybody, with some custom games with Nerd for Bird, and you should try some custom games out yourself. Just practice, 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 and get good. Simple as that. That's what these tutorials are here for, to teach you how to get good and get better at this video game called Minecraft. It's been a real one. Pizza.
When using knockback boomboxes, you can actually bridge while you're in midair, which is extremely fast and extremely effective. When using block breakers, the blocks actually break underneath the blast protection glass, making it really easy to get treasures. When running at opponents, you can actually use snowballs to always get the first hit. This same logic can be applied using bows. When buying blocks from the item shop, it might seem really slow and take a long time to buy blocks. But if you go to settings and you go down to video and turn off screen animations, you can buy blocks at light speed. On Hive, protection iron pieces are better than diamond. I'll show you an example. Here, hit me. So in 2 hits, that did 2 hearts. Now, if I regen and I have the iron, it's going to do only half hearted damage. When getting chased, you should always have your ender pearl slot binded to a correct button, and so you can easily ender pearl clutch with ease. When accidentally getting knocked off and you don't have time to pearl on top of an island, you can aim for a flat surface like this and block clutch underneath you. How Bedrock differs from Java is that you can actually place blocks in front of you as so. This allows you to change directions quickly and even do it while you're running.